Hey all, let's get started. We're going to do Virgo today. So, Holy Spirit, I just thank you for all my Virgos out there, my perfectionists. My son is a Virgo. I just ask that you would bring forth whatever needs to be known, seen, heard, or felt right now. And I bind any negative energy. I loose your supernatural love and peace to flow through every fiber of every being watching this stream. Bring forth whatever messages need to be heard right now. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right, Virgo. Message for Virgo. All right. What do we got? The Ram and Dahlia for determination. Cool. Let's pull one of these. We're just going to do a quick flip. Never give up. Oh my gosh. I love that when that happens. Like when it's just totally in sync with one another. Determination and never give up. All right. We're going to read about the Ram and the Dahlia. The Ram and Dahlia is a card of action. The Ram charges up the mountain with steady determination, removing any obstacles with its strong horns. Called the Queen of the Autumn Garden, the Dahlia is known for its persistence. It produces flowers in the summer and well into the fall, outlasting most other blooms. So here's your message. You have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and will see your ambitions through. This card also poses the following questions. What am I most determined to accomplish? When have I worked best alone? And when have I benefited from another's help? And then we have alongside it the Never Give Up card here for motivation. It says, look around and see how you can be motivated and inspired by the quotes and phrases that appear on walls, billboards, t-shirts, etc. Whether you're handed a bag that says, have a nice day on your way out of the grocery store, or you see an inspirational quote reading, never give up. These words can motivate you at a time when you may not even realize you need it. This card encourages you to incorporate affirmations into your life as a way of positive reinforcement, to be your own cheerleader. It's time to overcome any conscious or subconscious blocks or doubts. If there's something you're trying to pursue, create affirmations that are aligned with those goals. Post quotes that speak to you online or on the refrigerator in the kitchen, or create a vision board. Believe in your ability to create the life you desire by speaking it into existence. Yes, I believe that. Messages are being sent to you via words, phrases, and songs. Find inspiration in your surroundings. Your projects are supported. Create your own personal list of affirmations to keep you on track. Identify what motivates you. Confirmation. Okay, so strong will, determination. Use quotes, affirmations. I am confident. I am full of abundance. I don't know. It's just your own I am statements, affirmations to declare truth about your identity, about your ability, about the power that you have within you to create the life that you desire. We are going to actually scooch these up here, and I'm going to do just a quick flip here. We're going to just pull 3 cards, past, present, future, and clarify them and go from there. Okay, Virgo. Holy Spirit, what message do you need to highlight for Virgo today? Recent past. Present and future. Nice. Okay, so there could be some imbalance in your life right now. You could be feeling really discouraged, especially with the encouragement to not give up and to keep going. Bottom of the deck, I've got Temperance in reverse. This could signify imbalance in your life, emotionally, mentally. Temperance, to me, when temperance shows up, it speaks to a need to keep your cool, keep your calm in the midst of like high stressful situations. Or this could signify some kind of risky behavior, discord, hastiness, overindulgence in an area, imbalance. Ooh, it could be discord in connections with family, loved ones, your money, imbalance. I don't know. Let's take a look though. So we have in the recent past fear of, it's a Fool in reverse. So it's a fear of new beginnings, a hesitancy to move forward. Let's go ahead and clarify that. It's funny because I feel like you're on the cusp of breakthrough right now in your life. And right before things get really good, it gets really dark and it gets really hard and sometimes even very hopeless. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing this fear of new beginnings. This is the Nine of Cups in reverse. This is all about major, major pain, despair, nightmares, shattered dreams, just literally ready to give up on life. And then boom, Ace of Pentacles, baby. New beginnings, full of abundance, prosperity, support, gain, everything you could ever want. An Ace of freaking Pentacles. It's just like something may have happened that caused you to shrink back and hold back. And then maybe just some deep despair, wallowing, thinking on the past, or something here. I don't know. My other phone just went off. Sorry about that. That was loud. Something here that puts you into a state of just deep depression. And then here we have breakthrough for you. But let's clarify. So we have the Fool in reverse. Show me the Fool in reverse, please. Yeah, it's been a long, heavy, burdensome journey for you with the 10 of Wands popping out there. 2 more, please. And there's my confirmation, Death in reverse. This is a resistance to letting things go, letting things die. This is fear of new beginnings, dependency, holding back. That's confirming what I felt with the Fool in reverse energy, just kind of really shrinking back in fear, afraid of what lies ahead. And that fear is keeping you stuck. This is, well, in the past. So let me just real quick speak about the recent past. So whenever I pull cards for the recent past, this could literally be something you're currently dealing with, because technically the recent past could be like 5 seconds ago, or it could be 5 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 years ago. I mean, time is fluid. So take it as it resonates and just ask, Holy Spirit, would you just highlight to me, like light up in my spirit the parts that apply, like bring to mind how this can apply to my life. So restriction, bad timing, getting a late start. So you may have felt, I keep talking in present tense. So maybe this is for someone where you are presently. But in the recent past, you may have felt like your movement was restricted, or like you couldn't move forward from fear. Maybe you were paralyzed by fear because of what you've been through. Maybe you've been dealing with something really heavy with no sign of hope, assistance, or help, just a heaviness that you've been carrying for a long time. The good news is the 10 of Wands signifies the end of that heavy burden, the end of that journey. You get to lay your burdens down and step forward on a new path with, a much lightened, like you don't have that load. I once ordered a weighted like vest to try to go do my runs with, and I could not even walk with it. It was too much. I can't remember the pounds, but putting on extra weight severely debilitated like my ability to move. And I know there's hats off to you. There are people out there who do it and are just beasts. I love it. Like, that's great. I couldn't do it. And then now I'm overweight right now. And so I imagine myself now carrying that weighted vest. And I'm like, I just want to take this fat off my body. It feels like, it's just holding me back, weighing me down. And I just get that same feeling of heaviness here. Like there's been this extra weight just holding you back from your full potential and from moving forward with confidence. And so I think that's what we're dealing with in the past, is this inability to move forward because of this heaviness and this fear kind of both paralyzing you and just restricting your movements. So Virgo, presently, there may be a situation that's causing you to lose hope. There may be something super painful, whether it be, something in dealing with interpersonal relationships or your finances, health, whatever it is, just know that it's a temporary situation. The sun will rise again tomorrow. We are given a new chance every day. With every breath in our body, we're given a new opportunity to shift our thinking, shift our perspective. I'm not trying to invalidate how you feel here in the present moment, because I'm a huge proponent, I'm a huge advocate for feeling what you need to feel and releasing it, letting it go. Feel it, cry what you need to cry about, scream out what you need to scream out, laugh about what you got to laugh about. Feel your feelings, but don't let your feelings keep you captive. And I feel like that's what's happening here in the present moment, is you may be a prisoner to your emotions, to your very validated, though, like warranted, like this hopelessness and despair doesn't mean it's not warranted. Like whatever happened to cause you feel this way, it's legit, but it doesn't have to keep you prisoner. It doesn't have to steal your joy and steal your future or keep you from experiencing this future. So, I'm going to pull cards to clarify this. 9 of Cups in reverse for my Virgo. Oh boy. We have a King of Wands. We've got the Devil. And we have the Knight of Swords. Now look at that. Do you see that? It says determination. And I know my... Empress. I just saw the Empress in reverse. Where'd she go? I call it the split. I don't know. I'm different than other tarot readers. I'm sure my style is, I don't know. There are gatekeepers out there. I'm just doing my thing. And if it blesses one person, then I'm going to continue to do this. So I just saw the Empress in reverse and I don't know where she went now. Oh, there she is. So Empress in reverse is like totally codependent energy, super dependent, emotionally needy, desperate, suffocating, like totally lack of faith in yourself and dependent on another to bring you validation, to say, hey, you matter, you're important, when really you need to point the finger at your own, put your hands on your own heart and say, I matter. I have so much to bring to this world. My thoughts, my experiences, my story, my outlook, my perspective on life matters and has the power to influence the world on a positive scale, to transmute negativity into positivity. My story has the power to do that for others. And you need to validate yourself. So I'm just, that Empress in reverse peeking out through me, catching my attention. This could be very specific for someone watching right now, but there could be a Virgo in a very codependent, desperate, that I don't know if we've all experienced, I've definitely experienced this, where you've been so distraught over disconnection from someone, where it was an attachment wound or like addiction. Like I've dealt with codependency myself. I struggle with that. So I understand, and have been in situations where my worth and my value was so tied up in another person that I literally had moments where I couldn't breathe, had panic attacks, or couldn't sleep. It was so painful to be apart from the person that I looked to for comfort or peace outside of myself. And I had to learn over the years, but more specifically, very, very recently, like in the last 3 years, I had to learn to go to rely on myself and to become emotionally independent and stand on my own 2 feet, emotionally speaking, and not need someone else to fulfill me in certain ways. And I feel like that might be the case here. Or, the devil can also just represent being stuck in like negative thinking or focusing on material over, what's spiritual or emotional. But I do think there's a specific message here about somebody being maybe going through a breakup or being cut off from a King of Wands here, someone who is very passionate, confident, magnetic, intense. King of Wands is very protective. The Wands is a suit of passion. So this could be like definitely a connection that's got a lot of chemistry and magnetism to it. But it could be bringing out certain aspects of unhealed wounds in your life and in your heart that are brought to the surface. And that may be being triggered, and you may be stuck in a toxic cycle that you need to free yourself from. And the devil is all about freeing yourself. You have to be the one to free yourself, to cut the chains, So here in the present moment, I'm seeing a lot of hopelessness, despair, anguish over some kind of addiction. It doesn't have to be chemical addiction. It can be maybe a food addiction or a pornography addiction, or just some kind of, I don't know why I just said that. Maybe that's for someone, but some kind of addiction. It doesn't have to be necessarily like drugs, sex, and alcohol, but it could be psychological or emotional, or like in my case, I had an attachment issue that I had to deal with. But there's a need to free yourself from something that is holding you back from standing in your full power and moving forward to a new beginning. Like a beautiful new beginning here. You're literally on the cusp of it. You're right at the doorstep of a completely new world you've never experienced before. So it's highly imperative right now that you figure out what you need to do to free yourself from whatever ties are holding you back. I don't like to say that the devil is a person. Sometimes I feel that in my readings that it represents a connection to someone, but I feel like in this instance, it's really about taking back your power and freeing yourself from things that are sucking the life out of you and sucking the joy out of you, whether it's ruminating over the past, with the past, situation or relationship with someone. You've got to let that go. We have oh, wow. Yeah, this is the Knight of Swords. So this is like Carpe Diem energy. This is all about being brave. And what is bravery? It's doing it afraid, doing it scared, doing it anyway. You may be afraid to lose your connection with this King of Wands, but you see, it kind of looks like he's contemplating. Like, oh my gosh, why am I shaking? You need to pull the trigger and slice that last cord that's tying you to something that's keeping you bound, whether it's a TV show or bad habits or a mindset that you need to free yourself from. And not only just free yourself from something, but you need to transmute it. So if it's pain from a breakup, use that as a catalyst for self-growth to catapult yourself into diving deeper into your unhealed wounds. If it's, negative thought patterns or subconscious belief system, you can change those. Matter can't be destroyed, but it can be changed. So you can rewire into your brain, change those negative beliefs into positive so that you're not stuck in a loop, in your life, and it's not keeping you stuck in self-sabotage so you can't move forward. Sorry, I'm really going off on a tangent, but this represents bravery, big changes, seizing the moment, tenacity, accomplishment. So you've got to be brave. I really feel like the message for you here is to not give up, be determined, and bravely cut that last cord so that you can break free from whatever this devil energy represents in your life. And as far as this King of Wands, I feel like this is tied to this energy of someone being stuck and addicted, but it could also just represent a need for you to be more confident and sure of yourself and to step into your power, with this Carpe Diem, go after this new beginning here and to push past fear, push past despair. Do not stay captive. Oh, there you go. Being stuck in bondage to these emotions, to the despair, to the anguish. Refuse to allow it to steal your future from you, to steal the present moments from you. Don't give up. Stay determined and bravely forge a path ahead into freedom. Break free, take your power back, because here on the horizon, not too distant horizon, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is all about new beginnings and stability, freedom, security, abundance, prosperity, gain. Everything you could ever need. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead, and I wanted to keep this at 15 minutes, but we're already up close to 20. So show me 3 cards for the Ace of Pentacles here. It's new beginning. Look at that. Queen of Cups just popped out. Okay, so this is about heartbreak for someone. So we have a Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups can represent heartbreak, deception, unrequited love. So I think maybe what we're dealing with is trusting in yourself. Knowing your power, knowing your story holds power, not feeling ashamed. You don't need to shrink back in fear. This is judgment in reverse can represent self-doubt and feeling like you missed out on something here. So judgment right side up is asking you to leave the past in the past. Leave the past in the past and embark on a new journey. Embrace the path ahead of you. Maybe that's your challenge. Maybe that's just your challenge here, is to leave the past in the past. Keep up with your persistent effort to not give up and to keep forging ahead, even if it's moment by moment. Here I have feminine energy that's full of love, warmth, compassion, kindness. Queen of Cups is, the queen of emotions. Our cups is all about how we're feeling. And so if you're struggling today with feeling less than, not good enough, self-doubt due to someone else's determination of you, I want you to remember that your worth is intrinsic. It's not dependent on anything or anybody outside of you. There's a little thing I used to do for my kids when they were little. I'd take a $20 bill and I was like, here, crumple it up. And I was like, stomp on that in the mud. And my oldest child was all like excessively like extra stomping on it. And I hand it to my daughter. I'm like, just tear it a little bit. She's a little perfectionist. She'll just do it. My son would rip it in half, Anyway, I was like, tear it a little bit here. Let's just destroy this $20 bill, okay? And I'm like, now how much is it worth? Like at first I'm like, how much is this? $20. Ooh, I'm rich. And I'm like, now how much is it worth? And they're like, $20 is a question. I'm like, yeah, it's still worth $20. And this is just, I don't mean to get into like inflation and stuff, but like, I'm just giving us a little example I gave my kids when they were little about value. Like your value doesn't change because of circumstances or because of how someone stomped on your heart or tore you apart or how dirty you may feel, or just this, your self-worth is not dependent on your circumstances. You were created as a masterpiece. You were created perfectly imperfect to be an individual, to stand in your power and to shine a light for others, to be a beacon of hope and to be a place of refuge and warmth. Just give love with honor, with boundaries, be honoring in all that you do. Know that your value is not dependent on any circumstance outside of yourself. So you are worthy of this new beginning that you're about to bust into. You just got to push past fear. Push past fear and self-doubt and take back your power over whatever is holding you back and keeping you stuck in bondage. You can do it. Don't give up. I'm going to pull one last card and we're going to wrap this baby up. All right, my Virgos. This was supposed to be a quick flip. A really like condensed reading. Understanding. So we have bluebells for understanding. There's a quote by Zach Sobiek. It says, I want everyone to know you don't have to find out you're dying to start living. The passing of time asks you to think about the fragility of life. You may feel as though you keep chasing that next big thing, telling yourself, my life will be better when, ... No matter how many of these things you achieve, you still lack the happiness you're seeking. It's easy while chasing these big things to forget about those little things that make up your day-to-day life. It's just as important to find joy in the small details that make up each day as it is to recognize your greater achievements. Close your eyes and feel your heart beating as your breath comes and goes like the ocean waves upon the shore. Smell a flower and drink in the scent so deeply that you can feel its energy from head to toe. Hold the hand of a loved one and notice the rough and the smooth, knowing that every texture tells the story of their life. Existence as you know it can change so quickly and unexpectedly that those big things you once chased suddenly seem insignificant and without meaning. Understand that life will always be about the little things that you often forget to notice and that no one can take them away from you. And here's, it comes with a sacred vow or words. It says, I move toward each new day with a grateful heart, a courageous spirit, and a desire to touch the lives of everyone I meet. The bluebell is a sweet little flower that reminds you of the importance of appreciating the small things in life in order to value the big things. So maybe that's the key to getting out of this energy is start a gratitude journal. Just start small, 5 things every day, even if it's one word, air, breath, food, shelter. If that's all you can do, then that's all you can do. But every day I'm challenging you now to write down 5 things. Write it pen to paper that you're grateful for. And being grateful for the little things, it's what opens you up to call in and attract the bigger things, to be able to really, truly hold and steward this new beginning well. All right, my Virgos, I love you. I wish you all the best. And yeah, please it gives me encouragement to keep doing these. If you look, been very inconsistent and I'm still nervous about doing this publicly, but click the like button if there's any part of this that really touched your heart. It really encourages me to keep going as well. And comment. I would love it. I would love some comments. All right. Of course, don't feel like you have to, but have a great day. Have a great weekend. And just do not give up. Keep on pushing through this and you will break through to your new beginning. All right. Peace out.